Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be giving you my thoughts and views on Charlie and the Great Glass Elevator. So I know for some of you this may well be your favourite book. And for those of you who do enjoy it, that's okay. You may read it and enjoy it. But for me, something didn't quite cut it, and yeah, that's why I'm doing this review today. So for those of you who don't know what Charlie and the Great Glass Elevator is, it's basically a sequel to Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. The story begins in a glass elevator with Charlie, Willy Wonka and the rest of his family. Supposedly they are off to live in the chocolate factory. For starters, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory does not need a sequel. This book is as magical as it is. I think Dal should have just left it there, left it with this best-selling book, not done a sequel. But of course, since Dal saw how well Willy Wonka sold, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory sold, he went and made a sequel. Now, there's nothing wrong with writing a sequel. Yes, it rarely matches the original, but it should be at least like to a high standard that it's kind of shown the original a little bit of competition. For me, this book just didn't really cut it, and I think I was a little bit bored after a while. I don't even think I finished it because it was that boring. Half the time they were in space and I wasn't really sure what was going on, so that's why I find it a little bit boring. The plot is Charlie and his family head off in the Great Glass Elevator to get to the factory, but somehow Wonka leads them into the Earth's orbit. Yes, they go into space in the Earth's orbit, way away from the chocolate factory now. They find that there's another spaceship which just so happens to be owned by the president and is a hotel going to Mars or some planet like that. The rest is just a vague dream because honestly I have no clue what happened. There was just aliens, blobs, spaceships. Yeah, that's nothing like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Rarely any mention of it, apart from in one bit of the story whenever they actually go to it, but I'm pretty sure they leave it again after a while. I'm not sure, correct me if I'm wrong, but there wasn't that much mention of the Chocolate Factory in it at all. I do have to give it to Dal. This book did get a good lot of attention from a good number of people, so people must have liked it after all. I mean, it's Roald Dahl, so who couldn't like any of his books? Near the end of the book, the grandparents somehow turn into children, and I'm not sure what to think about that. But what I do think is it's really good that he still has the same sort of absurd craziness to his books. Like, the fact that anything can happen in Dal's world is just amazing. Like, loads of little kids will gravitate towards these books because stuff happens in Dal's world that can happen in theirs, and it just really powers their imaginations. So, what made it boring for me was that half of it was in space, and I came for the Chocolate Factory, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, but unfortunately I didn't get that. It wasn't the main focus in the story like I thought it would be. It was more going into space and rescuing the president. I don't know. On a brighter point, if you don't really mind that it's based in outer space and you didn't come for the Chocolate Factory, then yeah, this could be the book for you. I mean, it's full of adventure and craziness, and it's written by Roald Dahl. So if you really feel like you want to go pick this book up, honestly, go do it. No one's stopping you. It's overall, it's an okay book. Like, I wouldn't rate it so bad that it's just like, nope, don't read this. For my book rating, I would rate Charlie and the Great Glass Elevator a 2.5 or a 3. 2.5 to 3 stars. It's not the worst, it's not the best. It's kind of in between. I wasn't too sure about this book overall. That's it from me. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Bye!